Hello students, welcome to the course on Basic Electronics Engineering and the course code is EC101. This is the course for BTech first semester CSE, IT or FT and second semester ECE students. Myself Dr. Shudojit Bosak, Assistant Professor of ECE Department, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Kolkata. And this is my official email address. Today, we are going to start a new module, that is module number 2, PN junction diode and its application. And the topics for today's discussion are PN junction formation and depletion region, energy band diagram of PN junction at equilibrium and barrier energy, built-in potential at PN junction, energy band diagram and current through PN junction at forward and reverse bias. And the lesson objective of this topic is study PN junction diode, ideal diode, diode models and its circuits analysis, application of diodes and special diodes. And this topic is mapped with CO number 1. So let us start lecture number 1 from the second module, PN junction diode and its application, with the topic of PN junction diode. So what is a PN junction diode? A semiconductor PN junction diode is the basic semiconductor device. An understanding of the intrinsic phenomena and properties of PN junction diode is an essential prerequisite to study the properties and performances of almost all semiconductor devices. So a diode is basically the electrical analog of one-way valve, which allow currents to flow in one direction and prevents current to flow in opposite direction. So it is like a one-way valve which allow currents in one direction, that is from anode to cathode. This is the symbol, schematic symbol of a diode. So which allow currents only from anode to cathode and does not allow to flow current in reverse direction, that is from cathode to anode. And an ideal diode is one which has zero resistance in one direction and infinite direction resistance in opposite direction. So a PN junction diode, that means a p-type material and an n-type p-type anode and n-type cathode, that means anode is plus and cathode is minus. And this is the symbol, physical view of the diode, where a line or almost a white line is drawn, which denotes that this part is cathode and the opposite part, that is the longer distance part, is anode and the smaller distance part is cathode. Okay. So this is the physical view and schematic symbol of diode. So a PN junction is formed. How a PN junction is formed? A PN junction is formed in a single crystal of semiconductor such as silicon by doping one side of it p-type and other side n-type. P-type doping is done by incorporating acceptor atoms, example boron atoms in silicon crystal, and n-type doping is done by incorporating donor atoms, example arsenic atoms. And the junction is located at a distance from the surface where p-type meets n-type. That is, net impurity concentration is 0. The doping may be done to form a PN junction by several techniques such as diffusion, ion implementation, and epitaxial techniques. The important application of PN junction diodes are switches, rectifier, waveform shaper, laser, microwave source, photodetectors, and solar cell. So these are the important applications, and in which we will discuss on rectifiers. This also present in your syllabus. So next is the depletion layer of a PN junction or unbiased PN junction. We are not applying any voltage. So how a depletion layer is formed, or better to say how a PN junction is formed. When a p-type semiconductor mates with a n-type semiconductor, then a PN junction is formed. Then what happened? Electrons diffuse from n region to p region, while hole diffuse in the opposite direction, that is from p-type to n-type. Now diffusion causes electrons and holes to cross the junction in opposite direction and thus recombine each other to disappear in this process. See the figure. Donor and acceptors on N side and P side of the junction are left uncovered due to removal of electrons and holes bound to them respectively. Thus, near the junction on either side, electrons and holes are swept away and lost by recombination. Only immobile charges or immobile uncovered positive charge of donors and uncovered negative charge of acceptors are left aside. And this is called, or this region is called depletion region, or it is called space charge region. See in this figure. The depletion region has very high resistance and behaves like an insulator. The depletion layer has fixed immobile positive charge and negative charge on either side of the junction. So it behaves like a parallel plate capacitor. An electric field E is developed in the depletion layer whose direction is from N side to P side. a potential difference exists across the junction due to separation of positive and negative fixed charges. This is known as built-in potential, or it is denoted as VBI. And outside the depression region, neutral region exists where immobile charge of donor and acceptors neutralize mobile charge of electrons and holes in the N and P regions respectively. The direction of the built-in electric field is such that it prevents further diffusion of electrons from N to P region and holes from P to N region respectively. A drift motion of mobile carriers due to built-in field produces a drift current which basically counterbalance the drift current in equilibrium state. I will show you the drift and diffusion, direction of drift and diffusion current and how they are counterbalanced. So before showing this, I want to show you the energy band diagram. So this is the energy band diagram. This side is P side and this side is N side. And energy band diagram of separate P and N type semiconductors, where in the P type semiconductor the Fermi level is denoted as EFP, and in N type semiconductor the Fermi level is denoted as EFN. The conduction and valence band and the vacuum energy levels are indicated, and they are EXP and EXN. They are basically called electron EXN and EXP. EXN is called electron affinity function, and this EXP is called hole affinity function, which is the basically the energy difference between conduction band and vacuum level. Whereas E phi SP and E phi SN, this is called work functions that represent the energy difference between Fermi level and vacuum level. See in the figure, this is work function for P type and N type, energy difference between Fermi level and vacuum level. Now, when P and N type semiconductor meet to form junctions and no external bias, that means no external electric field is applied, then what happened? When these P type and N type are made with each other and no external electric field is applied, then what will be the energy band diagram, or particularly what will be the Fermi energy level? See, this is the energy band diagram when P type semiconductor meets with N type semiconductor without any applied electric field, external electric field. See, the Fermi energy level is aligned in P and N regions. This is the Fermi energy level. And current does not flow through the system. The energy band diagram of PN junction under no bias condition or even no external electric field, applied electric field is shown here, and three regions can be distinguished in the energy band diagram. The top left is neutral P region. The first thing is the top left is neutral P region. The energy band is flat and Fermi level is close to valence band edge. The acceptor means negatively charged. The acceptor concentration exactly balances the whole concentration to make the region neutral. Now come to the middle region. Middle region is the depletion region. The energy band is bent. See, downwards to align the Fermi levels of P and N regions. A built-in field exists in this region which sweeps out the mobile charge carriers from this region, leaving behind negatively charged immobile acceptor ions on P side and positively charged immobile donor ions on N side. The built-in potential energy is the amount of band bending as shown in the figure. How much it is bending. And see, another third region is the top right, where energy band is flat and Fermi level is close to conduction band edge, which is neutral N region. The concentration of positively charged donor exactly balance the concentration of negatively charged electrons to make this region neutral. There are four current components. Therefore, there are four current components flowing through the junction as shown by arrows line. First is the hole diffusion current. See, this red is the hole and blue is the electron. So first is the hole diffusion, sorry, red is the electrons and blue is the hole. So hole diffusion current from P region to N region, see, this is the hole diffusion current. Due to hole particle flow from P to N region. Then electron diffusion current, see, this is the electron diffusion current from P to N region due to electron particle flow from N to P region. Hole drift current from P to N region, third is the hole drift current due to a built-in field from N to P region arising from hole particle drift from N to P. See, this is the hole drift. And electron drift current, another current due to built-in field from N to P regions arising from electron particle drift from P to N region. So there are two diffusion current and two drift current. See, the whole diffusion occurs actually from P to N. Similarly, the whole diffusion current from P to direction of whole diffusion current is P to N. Electron diffusion occur from N to P. Similarly, the reverse direction is the electron diffusion current, that is from P to N. Whole drift from N to P. Similarly, whole drift current is the same direction from N to P. Electron drift occur from P to N, and the electron drift current, the direction of electron drift current is just the opposite direction of electron drift, that is from N to P. See, the diffusion current, hole and electron diffusion current flows in P to N direction, and drift current basically due to hole and electron drift current flows from N to P region. So net current 0 in equilibrium. So net current is however 0 in equilibrium. Then the drift current, see, must counterbalance the diffusion current. So therefore, Jn plus Jp equal to 0, or we can say Jn equal to 0 and Jp equal to 0. Now Jn not equal to minus Jp, otherwise the electron current and hole current will be oppositely directed. Now again, Jn equal to Jn drift plus Jn diffusion, and similarly Jp equal to Jp drift plus Jp diffusion. Therefore, Jn drift plus Jn diffusion equal to 0, and Jp drift plus Jp diffusion equal to 0. Therefore, the net, actually in unbiased condition, the current flows due to drift and diffusion both, and the diffusion current for electron and hole is counterbalance the drift current due to electron and hole drift. So their net current is 0 under equilibrium condition. Okay. Okay. Next is the when we apply. Now we apply some external bias. That means some external voltage in a PN junction. So PN junction under applied bias. So when an electric field is applied across the PN junction, a net current flows through the junction. Since the drift and diffusion current do not balance each other under non-equilibrium condition, the junction will be forward biased when P side is at a positive or higher potential with respect to N side. That means positive terminal, first one is the equilibrium condition. That means no bias is applied. Second one is the junction will be forward bias. This when P side is at a positive or higher potential with respect to N side. That means P side is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and N side is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. And the built-in potential across the depletion or space charge layer will be reduced to VBI minus VF, where VF is basically the forward bias. On the other hand, the PN junction will be reverse biased when the P side is at a negative or lower potential with respect to N side. That means positive terminal of the battery is connected to the N region and negative terminal of the battery is connected to the P region. And the built-in potential is increased to VBI plus VR, where VR is the reverse bias across the junction. So the figure shows the biased PN junction for reverse bias and forward bias case. And first one is the equilibrium case. So in the next class, we move for the energy band diagram for reverse bias as well as in forward bias condition, and see the direction of diffusion current and drift current. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I am ending the today's session.